The Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 172. I wanted to come on here real quick to tell you guys something that you might not know. If you're like me and you get extremely nervous talking to one person, like one-on-one, right? Either on the phone or in person, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not bad or stupid. If you are very, very nervous talking to one person, but you're less nervous talking to a group of people, okay? You might be less nervous on stage. Like me, I'm less nervous on stage than I am talking on the phone to one person. That's insane, right? That don't make sense. That's not normal, right? That's not the average experience here for a human, right? Most humans are okay one-on-one. It's less scary than it is to be in front of 500 people, 1,000 people. Well, let me tell you why. Because I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of learning about what's wrong with me, because I was trying to figure it out my whole life. And I've researched and I've listened to a lot of lectures and I've read a lot of books on healing, a lot of audiobooks and YouTube videos and things like that. And here's what it is. When you've been traumatized, when you've been sexually abused or beaten or physically abused or emotionally abused, mentally abused, when you've had trauma done to you one-on-one, when you've had things done to you that you had to keep a secret, or if somebody threatened you, maybe you had to keep it a secret because they threatened you or because you were embarrassed or you were scared to tell other people. When something happens to you as a kid that is in secret, in private, and it's just with one person, well, you start to become afraid of being alone with just one person. It's actually safer to be in a crowd. It's safer because why? Because then there's a lot of witnesses. There's a lot of people. And it's very unlikely, it's almost impossible that somebody will be able to hurt you or rape you or beat you if you're in a crowd of 500 people. So if you're somebody who is listening to this and you can relate to what I'm saying, then you probably are feeling very exposed right now and very vulnerable and very naked right now. And I'm sorry, but this is what's going on. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. If you can relate to this, that you feel very unsafe with people, maybe it's just like with men, or maybe it's with women, or maybe it's with both, maybe it's whatever it is, that might be the reason. I never understood it until I think it was Teal Swan that did a video on this, because she was raped as a kid too. And she said that she feels so much safer in a group. She feels so much safer and more comfortable in a crowd. She feels so much more at home and just able to be herself in front of other people, a bunch of other people, on stage or on a YouTube video or doing a lecture. And that's because it was very unsafe for her to be a kid with adults, because they took advantage of her. They did horrible things to her. They did evil things to her. And it feels very unsafe to be one-on-one. So to break free from that, awareness is the first step, boo. Awareness. You know, even if you can't relate to what I'm saying right now, there are things that have hurt you. Nobody had a perfect childhood. And so what I want you to do is, I just want you to start becoming aware of what makes you feel scared, what makes you feel afraid, what makes you feel jealous, what makes you feel sad, what makes you feel regret, what makes you feel guilty. I want you to just start becoming aware of your feelings, because that's the first step in healing them. Now I understand. And now I can start healing, because if you don't understand what's going on, you can't start the healing process. And it took me a long time to get here, y'all, because you don't know me. So I'm 37 now, but for the first 36 years, I didn't care about this stuff. I didn't want to acknowledge this stuff. I was so fucking stubborn that all I wanted to do was eat fruit, be cute, and plank. Dead ass. Ride my bike, work out, talk about nutrition, talk about health, talk about the benefits of fruit, because that's all you had to do to be healthy, right? Is just give up all the bad food, only eat the good things, work out, be disciplined. And I would just listen to David Goggins and Jocko and Andy Frisella yelling in my ear. And I would just be like, yeah, this is the way. And I would do Bikram yoga for 90 minutes a day and sweat my ass off and be so fucking disciplined. And I thought I'd be healthy if I did those things. If I just took the steps that I knew that it took to be healthy. I just ate fruit and vegetables. I gave up all processed foods. I worked out every day. I sweated every day. I did things, all the things. I did the yoga. I did the push-ups. And that's not the root. You not getting to the root, boo. And you always going to be miserable. And you never going to figure out how to heal. If you can't, you got to acknowledge what's going on inside. And I was always afraid, so afraid to make phone calls. And I was so afraid to be alone with people, like especially men. I was terrified. That's why I never dated, ever. That's why I never dated. Yeah, I could blame it on my sister. Oh, I had to take care of my sister. But that's why I never dated men, because I was afraid of them. And I wasn't acknowledging why. And now I am. And so now I can heal that part of me. But we can't heal if we don't acknowledge it. We just have to acknowledge it. Whether you want to sit and think about it, whether you want to start a podcast to acknowledge it, whether you want to do voice messages to yourself or journal or talk to a friend or talk to a therapist, whatever it is. You can find a way, but you got to find a way. There's many ways, but you got to find one and do it. You got to take the actions. You can't just think about it anymore. You got to take the actions. And okay, you don't have to see a therapist, but you have to do something to acknowledge what's wrong, what's eating you, okay? Because remember, I'm a food addict. So I was trying to eat away the pain. But what was happening is the pain was eating me. The pain was hurting me. And I was sabotaging my life. And I was sabotaging my relationships. And I was sabotaging my success, my happiness, my weight goal, my fitness goals, my bank account, like everything I was sabotaging. Like I would make a lot of money and then I would just like give it away, or I would like spend it all, or I would just like somehow find a way to not have it because I didn't feel that I was worthy of having money because I was poor my whole life. And I felt bad, like who am I to make money? I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy of this. So let me find a way to lose it and give it away. So, long story short is that I want you to take away from this that the first step in the healing process is simply awareness. Just awareness. And knowing that sabotage is simply misguided self-love. You are just trying to stay safe, boo. You ain't bad. You ain't stupid. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not broken. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. All you need to do is start the healing process, which starts when you acknowledge, and then you can love yourself. You can look in the mirror. You can start hugging yourself. You could start just acknowledging how amazing you are. That's the first step in healing, because we got to start loving ourselves, realizing it's not our fault what happened to us in the past. We weren't asking for it. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, my mom, she doesn't even know, like, the half of the shit I've been through, right? Because I met her when I was 13. She don't even know half the shit I've been through. And it's crazy because she has always told me that I dress too sexual. Like, I like to show my boobs because I like my boobs. Why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with breasts, or just like there's nothing wrong with arms or legs or feet or noses, like this is part of our bodies. But like she used to say that, you're going to get, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. Like it's your fault if somebody attacks you on the subway, which nobody ever attacked me on the subway. Okay, ever. But like, she don't even know that when she says those things, I started to believe them because I was sexually assaulted as a kid. I was sexually abused. I was taken advantage of. I was made to feel powerless and fear adults and fear men. And she don't even know. You see, a lot of times people are saying things, but they don't even know that they're going to hurt you with saying those things. They don't even mean, they're trying to protect you. They're trying to love you. I know my mom was just trying to keep me safe. Oh, here's another example, y'all. And then I'm going to say goodbye. But like, here, I need you to read the 4 agreements, because ain't nothing personal in this life. Yo, the other day, y'all, this is so funny. The other day I was texting someone, and he was like, what's your favorite animal? And I was like, it's an elephant. And he was like, why? And I said, because elephants are powerful, vegan as fuck, and strong. Something like that, right? And then the guy was like, yeah, you know what? I could see that. I could see that you love elephants. Also, you look like an elephant too. Like he said something like, wow, you're very similar to elephants. You're powerful, you're strong, you're vegan as fuck. Plus you have a long nose to suck up water, or whatever he said, right? And it was a joke. But like, he doesn't know that for like 25 years, I struggled with like my nose and feeling like I had a big nose, and I was so ugly because my nose was so big and people made fun of my nose. He doesn't know that. But when he texted me that, it was supposed to be funny. It wasn't funny to me because I hated my nose my whole life. And I still have that trauma from being teased as a kid, from feeling so ugly because I had a big nose. Okay, well, guess what? It's not his fault. He didn't know that. He's being funny. Like, he thought it was funny. So what you need to understand, guys, you need to understand that people are saying things. And that's just a small example of how somebody can say something and it can make you feel like, oh my God, does he think I have a big nose? No, they don't even know what they're saying, because we're all experiencing life in a different way. I want you to think of everyone having their own movie, and they are the star of their movie, and everybody else is a fucking extra. Okay, you are the star of your movie, and everybody else is an extra in your movie. And you don't know what they've been through. You don't know. And so that's where we have to come in, and we have to say things, and we have to let people know, hey, that's not funny. Or, hey, telling me that I dress in a way that is asking for me to be raped is not fucking loving, Mom. Like, it doesn't help. Please don't say that anymore. And if you ask somebody not to do something anymore and they still do it, well, they're not respecting your boundaries, and they don't deserve to be in your life. And that's that. And this life is short as fuck. And you need to learn how to be your own best friend, because a lot of us are our own worst enemies. And that's not helping the situation. You got to start to love you. And the best way that I found is easy. Not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. You go to the mirror, you look into your own eyes, and you start saying, I love you. I forgive you. You're not bad. You're not stupid. I forgive you. Yeah, you made a lot of mistakes, boo. But guess what? You're still here. And you're trying your best. And you're not going to make the mistakes again. You're not going to make those same mistakes. You're not going to make those same mistakes. And if you do, well, then you didn't learn the lesson yet. And you'll keep making them until you learn the lesson. But if you keep looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm going to do the right thing from now on, I'm going to make you proud, I'm going to do things that make you proud, well, you on the right path, boo. You on the path. 99% of people 99% of people will never have the life they want because they're not even willing to admit and acknowledge the way they feel. And they're not willing to go in the mirror and look in their own eyes and work on themselves. And that's work. Looking in your own eyes, that's work. That's hard work because that shit is not easy. But hey, like I always say, do you, boo? You want that life that you say you want? You want that body that you say you want? You want that career, that husband, that wife, that car, that house, that fulfillment? You want that dream bank account? You want that dream family? You want that boat? I don't know what you want. You want to travel around the world? What do you want? You want that business? You want that YouTube channel? You want that big house? You want all those books? What do you want? You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it until you are willing to do the hard work that it takes to heal. Because what happens is, guys, you could work your ass off like I have. You could work your ass off, but you're still going to find ways to sabotage yourself if you don't love yourself, if you don't feel worthy. See, that's the thing that they don't teach us. They don't teach us in these courses, y'all. They don't teach us this stuff. They don't teach us the fact that you could eat all the right food. You could do the exact workouts. And you could work really hard. And you can manifest the most amazing opportunities. And you could meet the person of your dreams. Like literally the person that you've been dreaming about your whole life. And then if you don't love yourself and you don't feel worthy and deserving of love, what's going to happen is you're going to manifest that. You're going to work hard. You're going to make things happen. You're going to manifest the opportunities. And you're going to mess it up. And you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it because you didn't do the work that I'm talking about right now. Looking in the mirror, saying I love you, making yourself proud, writing, journaling, expressing your feelings, expressing the uncomfortable emotions, whether you have to do that to yourself first, practice doing it to yourself in your journal, writing about your fears, the fear, the sadness, the anger, the regret. Those are the 4 emotions that are the hardest to express. If you don't start doing that, if you don't start acknowledging how you feel and doing hard things like setting your boundaries, like expressing how you feel, like telling people in any way you can, whether it's through text or whether it's through a letter or whether it's through a phone call or whether it's in person or whether it's through Morse code, Dr. Morse code, I don't care how the fuck you do it. You got to have to find a way to do it because you're going to manifest the life of your dreams and you're going to fucking ruin it. You're going to get that house and then you're going to sabotage it and you're going to lose it. And I don't want that for you because you know why you know how I know this, right? Because that's what I did. I manifested so many things in my life and I lost them because I didn't feel worthy of them. And everybody sees me and they're always like, whoa, Jeanette, like you so talented. Oh, you have so much potential. You, all these things. It don't mean a damn thing if you sabotaging because you don't feel worthy. So do me a favor, boo. Do me a favor. Stop being a victim and start being a creator and start creating your destiny that you deserve. And that's what I want you to do. I just want you to start looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. And it's going to be weird. And it's going to be very uncomfortable because it's not familiar. What's unfamiliar is uncomfortable. Okay? It's just like eating healthy. When you start eating healthy food, when you have a craving for chocolate, but you eat grapes instead, but you make nice cream instead. Okay? Say you crave a Snickers bar, but you make chocolate and ice cream instead. Well, guess what? That's going to feel weird at first. But thankfully, nature makes delicious, delicious things. So we're going to eat that ice cream and we still probably going to want the Snickers bar. But after the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th time of making ice cream instead of eating Snickers, it's going to become familiar. And whatever's familiar is comfortable. And so it's going to start becoming familiar to eat healthy. And it's going to also start becoming familiar to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You are worthy. You are deserving. I love you. Good things are supposed to happen to you. You are the prize, boo. You deserve the career. You deserve a relationship, amazing relationship. You deserve everything you want. You deserve that body that you want. You deserve to feel fucking amazing. You deserve to wear a bikini and feel fucking fire. You deserve to feel good in your body, boo. You deserve long, beautiful hair. You deserve beautiful, clear, glowing skin. When you look in the mirror and you say that over and over and over, and you say it even though you don't believe it, and you say it even though it's uncomfortable, and you say it even though you don't have time to say it, and you say it even though there's so many things you could be doing more productive. When you start saying those things and you do it over and over and over again, and you do it 100 times in 100 days and 100 times in a row, you do it 100 days in a row, well then guess what? You're going to start to believe it. And when you believe it, because beliefs are just thoughts we thought over and over and over again. When you start to believe it, well, that is when you're going to start to take actions that make it happen. You see how it works? It's so simple. Yep, it's so simple. I love you. I appreciate you for being here and for listening to me. Because you know what? I used to think that I had nothing important to say. I used to think, y'all don't understand. I waited 15 years to start this podcast. Yeah, 15 years ago, I heard about podcasts when they first came out, y'all. Okay? 15 years ago. And I waited because I was like, I got to meet somebody. I got to find someone that can help me to do this with, because I can't do it on my own, because I don't have anything valuable to say. Yeah. You see how much value I'm giving? You see? Like, y'all, we all have value. We all have so much to teach, and we have so much to learn. And when we keep it to ourselves, when we don't think we're worthy, then we don't do what we're supposed to do here, which is use our gift to uplift the planet. So do me a favor. Go to the mirror. Do it. And say I love you, because it's the first step in healing. And I will talk to you soon. And I thank you so much for listening. Bye.